Hello, welcome to episode 18 of the Father from the Point podcast. I'm your co-host Faris, and this is my co-host
Ice Bear, but Ice Bear is there.
You can't
but
say that.
We bear.
It's copyrighted. You can't say that. Cartoon Network's gonna go on our ass.
They already seized the thing after
Cartoon
30
Network
years.
can't.
What are you talking about?
Legally. I guess what happens to the property now? Like, it's Cartoon Network. Do you think it is Cartoon
I
Network?
don't know, but yeah, it is. I'm not sure who bought it over or they just seized
Warner
or something.
Warner now owns it.
Oh yeah, could be. But like I don't know what's gonna happen to it. Like they can still put more episodes or they can just stop the show for shit like Cocomelon. There's no under Cartoon Network or something.
Why Cocomelon?
Because there's a very annoying kids show. Like
I thought I was gonna say at least it's profitable. You just went annoying.
no, because you see the kind of shows we grew up watching versus what shit children are watching these
kids
days.
nowadays,
So Cocomelon sucks.
all they get is like shitty, like attention grabbing shit for kids to buy toys. We got mentally and emotionally scarred with Courage the Cowardly Dog. Coward the Courageous Dog.
Yeah.
The Misadventures of Flapjack, that was a pretty bad one. Good show.
Misadventures
Horror.
of Flapjack.
Yeah, I mean it's not exactly childhood. It was a while back, but
I would even think of like the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I wouldn't say that's scarring.
The guy Foster Home for Imaginary Friends.
How is that scarring? It's just a cute little show.
That's why our generation is messed up here.
Foster's Home Imaginary Friends? What's scary about Foster's
Imaginary Friends. That entire the show went well, but the entire premise of it is just a bit.
Seems fine.
Fine, you want to see messed up? I give you one, Samurai Jack.
Is it messed up? It's
you are justifying a lot of shows that by right kids shouldn't be watching it, but we did. Anyways.
No, I mean it was mature for a kids show.
How
mature.
old were you when you watched Samurai Jack?
I was in primary school.
My point exactly. So. Look at how you turned out. Starting this channel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not. Is it scarring? I won't say it's scarring. Like, it's a mature show. Like, Courage was a good show, but it had like disturbing visuals. Yeah, that's kind of depends on who you were. Like my
younger sister still gets scared of. There's this one guy with like the smile and like the yellow eyes and
the businessman.
Yeah, I forget his name, but like
I remember Buffed Up Barracuda.
Who is that?
He was a guy that just appeared in the bathtub of their house, of like Muriel and Eustace's house, and it gave Courage like good advice.
Okay, I think vaguely it's been so long since I've watched.
No, there was like nothing scary about it. He was just like an animated barracuda in a bathtub, or like a fish. I remember it was a barracuda. And he was just telling Courage to like believe in himself, like not to listen to other people.
Okay, yes,
and, like, believe in yourself.
The only one that's positive, other than Muriel, who's just
like
oblivious.
Yeah. No, it wasn't aimed at anything. It was just it just appeared and like randomly gave that quote and then disappeared and never appeared ever again.
Because why? Like the entire show, everything is usually negative. Courage is very hopeful. Muriel is like I said, like oblivious and positive, but everything else is negative in the show.
Yeah, this is great. Speaking of childhood nightmares, Halloween is it's done, at least in Singapore.
Did you do anything? Did we do it? Technically we did.
What do we do?
We did. We watched Wendell and Wild.
That's true. I mean,
on Netflix.
I guess it's a kind of a Halloween. I mean, Halloween is a very.
We watched it on Halloween. We should at least give it like.
No, it's like Halloween is a very like American tradition, where like they go trick or treating and all that shit. We don't do that here.
Technically, there are areas that does it.
There's like an estate in Singapore that does it.
But the Singapore across Singapore they do throw a couple of Halloween parties.
There's parties. Yeah, I've never been to one.
I work at a place that they do throw like nice parties for public. It was quite happening though.
The closest we have is like cosplay, and even then that's nothing but shitty anime.
And there's like clubs that tell you like if you come in as the like you feel dress up as something, you may win best dress or maybe the best one of it all, you win a bottle or something.
Those are kind of great, but
if you win the bottle, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sell it. Club prices sell it at like what, $500 for like one cup.
That depends on one cup. That depends on
Inflation, man, it sucks.
500 for one cup.
Yeah, but we don't really have a Halloween tradition around here.
Which
Definitely
because
not.
it's not very Asian anyways.
Yeah, it's not our culture.
But
this is the white culture that they
exactly.
always want.
But technically, we do monetize it in places like Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights.
That's true. Yeah.
That is something a lot of locals like queue up and go for that one,
I
which we
feel-
didn't go for this year.
Nah.
Yeah, you
we-
won.
we-
Watch me drag you next year, maybe.
I'll go next year, maybe.
I'll see.
Go like dressed as a duck. I don't know, but it's one thing that I always liked about trick or treating was that sense of. It was that one day a year where kids would walk around, most of them unsupervised, and they would go to like random strangers' houses. Not really strangers, it's their
The
neighborhood.
neighborhood, yeah.
And they would just go around door to door asking for candy, and then
Because-
everyone around would just like, yeah, alright.
You want to know why?
It's
Because the
candy.
problem also is Singapore, most of the door-to-door system you're talking about is because most of us live in HDBs. You're talking about if it's...
We make a killing if it was Halloween.
That's why for
One
them
floor
it's like...
alone, there's like 14 houses.
Okay, which kind of block are you living in? There's...
I don't know.
No. You can't cram that many. I think.
Watch me.
No, I'm just
I'm
thinking
HDB.
of the...
You know what you did?
What did I do?
HDB.
Oh.
Right into the light.
The light, right? The ring light. Yeah,
Oh,
but
God.
as in other
Yeah.
than the
It's,
like landed properties where you
it's-
really can get
the
side
one
to side.
the one neighborhood that, or at least I am aware of, that does Halloween every year is that
American school,
the landed property estate that's right next to the Singapore American School over in Marsiling.
which is
and,
Marsiling side.
It's a thing that, like, to my knowledge, it's just kind of been around because the American school is there, so there's a lot of American expats who live there.
Yep.
So of course they bring like their culture there, and since they're all American anyway, they just do trick or treating, and slowly they made friends with like local kids, and local kids are like, oh, we heard about this thing, so
And they get
we'll
dressed
try it
up
out.
also,
Yeah, so
and
then
they're
they
like, oh
dress
my
up as
god,
like
they come back with candies
little spooks, and they go around with like a bucket, KFC
of
bucket.
like
Yeah, then they come around, ask for candy, trick or treat, and
not
then
a
bam.
pumpkin bucket, a KFC bucket. I
Oh,
like
where you
it.
gonna find a pumpkin?
I have,
Oh, well, I'm looking at one.
I have two.
You wanna bring it down?
Nah,
Alright.
it's a process. This is really high
It's
up.
very high up.
No, because it's
There
bought
actually
from
is a
Daiso.
pumpkin bucket from Daiso.
Like
yeah.
a bucket, yeah. You see that tiny one over there?
Yeah.
The small there's a
Vaguely.
pumpkin like this size, and then there's like the regular pumpkin from Daiso, like
Yeah.
considerably big. The small one was because all I did was ask my mom sometime back, Mark, since you're going to Daiso, while Daiso was still $2, might I add, could you help me buy like a little pumpkin bucket? So like it was supposed to be for like work or something or what, so I want to just put like candy and shit. And mom was like, sure. My mom sent me a picture where there was the most adorable pumpkin, and not just one, 4 of it.
Tiny.
No, but my mom sent me such a close up, it looked like regular size until I came home and I realized that it could fit a single Ferrero Rocher.
It was like this big.
Yeah.
It was like this big.
You
Like,
can
for
show it
scale.
nearer because it's like
Can you do like the makeup thing?
the makeup.
This is
Yeah.
for scale.
Oh my god, I flipped to the front because it's a unicorn on it.
This is this
You
thing.
do the makeup thing, cannot see. Does it do anything?
Well, I mean, it's very bright.
So you kind
because of the light on the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, that's one thing that I always liked about Halloween. Like the spooks and the scares and horror and stuff. Like that's great. But one thing I always liked about it was the idea of you could just walk around and you could get candy. And because every like cartoon that I watch always had like a Halloween episode. Bob's Burgers has plenty of them. The Simpsons has the Halloween House of Horror. Treehouse of Horror.
Do you watch the
bunch of
the
them.
latest one with like there was Ursula and like Disney characters in Simpsons and stuff on Disney Plus? It's like a little short.
Oh, the
like
shorts?
5
Yeah,
minute,
yeah,
yeah.
They made a lot of those, which is like
So
weird.
like why be the good guys, be a villain? But then
Yeah.
they did it very nicely.
I only remember because it looks like Simpsons had a short with Billie Eilish in it and stuff.
Yeah.
And every time I see one of those things where like they cross over with like other like Disney properties, other Fox properties, and like Billie Eilish. They did one with like Star Wars, Marvel, all this. I just go back to like the Simpsons movie that was released in like what 2008 or something.
It was really long
way
ago,
back
yeah.
there, which still holds up. By the way, I watched it recently.
Okay.
It's still a great movie. Arguably, like one of the last good things to come out from the Simpsons. Arguably.
Yeah.
But they always had that. They had that one line where like they're in a train and Bart hangs from like the overhead storage. And he has like a bra on his head. He looks like Mickey Mouse, and he's like, "Oh, I look like a corporate overlord." And then now they're like, "Well, Disney owns you, Bart. The joke didn't really end well, and didn't really age well. Age like milk."
What accent are you trying to do?
Bart,
Now.
don't have a cow, man. Eat short. No, there's that cake. Have you seen that picture of a cake? That's like, Bart, like back then, like one of his sketches was like eat my shorts.
Yeah.
There's this one cake with like shitty. It's like one of those like character cakes that you can get. Like it's basically just like a 3-layer cake that's like white. So then people like draw shit on it.
Alright.
And it's like a very badly drawn Bart, and on the top it just says eat pant.
Pant.
Eat pant. Singular. It's the funny. I want that like on a t-shirt. Eat pant.
That's the same
The
thing
best.
they say about like trousers, shorts, and pants.
Nah.
Don't have a like trouser, short,
Yeah.
pant.
Because there's two. So, 2 legs, so that's why like pants are always like plural. Jeans.
Shirt got few holes also. What are you on about?
Yeah, we got 1 torso. Then again, skirt. Skirt is singular. I guess there's 1 skirt, but there's like 2 legs. I mean, 2 like pants come in like the 2.
The legs, but skirt is just like you can still have
like-
one
it's a
leg. It's
tube.
fine. Yeah.
Skirt
for
is
your
essentially a
for your
tube.
hip or waist.
Waist. I think waist is more
No,
appropriate.
it depends. You can wear like low rising. Back in like the early 2000s, the skirts, the jeans, and all that. The high rise came after that. It was the low rise. There's a lot of like before crop tops were done, but like they wear their pants like at the hip bone. So their skirts were also worn. The red carpet looks, the Disney stars when
the
they came.
Halloween outfits that they wear.
Oh god!
like scantily clad nurse, and it's just like
And it is
short skirt, like
But it-
low ass top.
yeah.
Low top?
Plunging neckline.
Plunging, that's the word. Such a weird name for clothing.
It's
Plunging
a
neckline.
plunging.
No, because like you hear it, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. But it's like you couldn't use any other word. Diving even.
Plunging works.
Someone's gonna plunge into them soon
Yeah,
enough.
I mean,
I think that's like the new quote unquote meme I saw on like Halloween to like the day after, where a lot of guys are posting like their girlfriends are like going off for a Halloween party and they're nervous. It's like good to know infidelity is still scary for some people.
no, but I think but then there is this quote from Mean Girls where it was said like
Go piss girl.
no, that was Gossip Girl.
Go
This is
piss.
Mean Girls.
Go piss girl.
No.
Someone went as that for Halloween this year. So like they had a little cutout and it wasn't like even like a print. It wasn't on paper. Like they sculpted "Go Piss Girl" on like a little board, and it was a guy, by the way.
And he
So
had the same
he had like
font?
the
block.
headband, the same shirt, and he just like held it in front of him.
Go piss.
So he just had the picture of like the meme is like she's like smiling.
Yeah.
Like he's just like go piss girl.
I like people who go as like memes and stuff.
Yeah.
But okay, so oh shit, I lost my train of thought.
Halloween.
No.
Piss. Something about Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. Oh, thank you. It's the
Gotta
first
go
time I just
piss,
have
girl.
recovering the lost thought. But no, in Mean Girls it was said like Halloween is the only night of the year where then it just leads to Lindsay Lohan's, if I'm not wrong, the character says like this is this, and then it's also the one night where people you dress like a slut and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know that dialogue.
That dialogue came from Mean Girls, and then in that Mean Girls there's Amanda Seyfried and stuff. She plays a character where it's a bit like ditzy and dumb, where like she really is like quite scantily dressed, and then they're like, "Well, you're supposed to be a mouse But other than the mouse ears, nothing about it is a mouse. But that's what
I saw someone dress like it was a TikTok. It was like that sound, that audio,
the audio.
but it was a girl dressed as a jar of mayonnaise.
Oh, because they are the ones who choose to
Yeah.
go against. Actually, I seen those trend on TikToks. I've seen a girl. Before you were showing me the picture about it earlier on, I actually saw the girl dressed as a worm, but then with the boyfriend at the side saying that, if I was a worm, would you still choose me?
Yeah.
And then he actually saw on the internet Heidi Klum.
Yeah, apparently I learned from you that Heidi Klum is, I guess, famous for throwing very over the top Halloween parties, or like she dresses over the top or something.
Okay, no. Heidi Klum is known for many things. The most known fact about her is, number one, she was a Victoria's Secret angel. Number two, she was Seal's ex-wife.
She died.
Seal, as in a singer.
She was an angel. She
Okay.
came back.
Seal's
Sephiroth?
ex-wife. Who?
Never mind. I don't know why I keep making like game references and jokes.
Like I still haven't gamed.
You know, audience. Sephiroth, Final Fantasy 7.
Is that Choco Boco Loco one?
That is one of them.
It's the same game?
Yes.
See, I know what he's
all
talking
All the
about.
games have chocobos, but
No, you're
7
not going to have chocobos in your... I said Choco Boco Loco again. Okay.
There you go.
You're not going to have chocobos in like Call of Duty. So what do you mean all of them have?
All Final Fantasy games.
Then you have to be
have.
clear about it. If not, some people who are non-gamers watching it don't
You
know
saw
what
me
you're
play
talking
Final
about.
Fantasy 15 like once, and I happened to be like riding on chocobos in the game because Final Fantasy 15 is like pinnacle like bro simulator, and in the game, if you didn't know in Final Fantasy 15, you can ride chocobos, and you happen to
I
be
ride it also, what?
yeah, like you happen to be like in my house while I was playing that game at that segment.
Oh, probably you were ignoring me in gaming. Nothing new.
No, I mean like that was when like you wanted to like play to ride the chocobos. So I think that was the first time I ever touched the controller, or at least in my house. Then you just rode chocobos for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes, it's great.
It's a bit complex though, but still fun.
Sorry.
No, but that
Move the
still
joystick
no,
around.
no. That still wasn't the hard part. The first time he was like, you know what? Let me just bring you into the world of gaming, and he's like, hear me out. I have played games growing up. However, I played games that I think I had more time at the arcade than he did growing up. But he definitely played more games with controllers and stuff. I've played like space pinball and stuff like that. I've played with pinball machines. I've played those type of games on the computer. I've played games like from Y8 and
like internet flash game.
which didn't require the use of a controller. I have used a controller before, but it was so minimal, it was barely done, that I'm not very familiar with it. So and then I was like, you know what, maybe it's time for you to introduce me to games and shit. And this guy decides to introduce me to
I jumped
Destiny.
straight to Destiny 2.
Oh, 2, okay. That too.
You weren't ready for Destiny 1.
I wasn't ready for Destiny 2. I got annoyed because I didn't understand. But through that, I realized that I was
Terrible.
yes, but also an inverse vertical camera player
Yeah,
thing.
you actually play inverted, which is like horrible.
Which for me came a bit more. It's still hard because it's controlling it, but like as in, because for gamers that you don't have to look at where you're pressing for you to kind of know. It's just like people who are very proficient back then with typewriters, when they actually transited from typewriters when computers first came out, they typed very, very easily because
like to simplify, it just means like we
muscle
use
memory kind of thing.
No, it's more hand-eye coordination.
Whatever.
Yeah, because it's like we know the controls.
Yeah, but
we
for
know
me,
we know all the buttons and stuff.
It's harder. So
Yeah.
then I was like, why is it every time I'm like trying to look one way, the camera just does the opposite? Until after when he did that inverted thing, I'm like, oh okay, now I get it.
Because I remember like I never thought much about, because you asked me how I play,
Yeah.
and we were playing a game. I forgot what game it was that made me like suddenly very self-conscious about it. But we were moving the controller,
The Joy-Con?
right thumbstick basically to control the camera, And you were like, this doesn't make any sense. And I was like, no, it doesn't. And it's like, no, you move the camera like a certain direction, and it moves in a certain direction. Then you're like, no, it doesn't. Then you move, and then it moved in there. I asked you to move the camera right, and then you did. And then you were like, I think you asked me what.
No. Left and right, I'm still fine. Right. But up and down is the direction of how your head moves as the camera goes.
That's the thing. Like you started questioning a lot, which to me, because I've been gaming.
Yeah.
For
You never did
much
even
money,
think about
I never thought about it. So it's like the game's like default settings were like that. So I was just like, alright, this is how I do it. And then if it's inverted, I know something's wrong. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
But I never think about like you started asking me like
a lot of questions.
If I want to make the camera go up, which direction does the stick go? And I'm like, how do I do it?
Yeah, for you, it's just like if you want to go up, it's like, that's why I say for me, how it comes across, even though you say hand-eye coordination, it's very muscle memory, because you kind of know like this means this. But for me, because it's the first time I'm touching a controller, I'm just like, but it doesn't make sense to me. So and then I screwed up your like 20 plus years of gaming.
And that's when like you really like 20-ish years of gaming experience, of playing virtually every console from the Nintendo Entertainment System all the way up to, at the time, it was like the Xbox One and PC and shit.
Yeah.
And like I just like, how do I work a controller? So then it reminded me of this post that I saw like years back. It suddenly like flashed in my head where it was this guy, I think it was on Reddit. So this guy basically drew out how like because everyone on the internet knows has that mentality that's like, oh, if you play inverted, you're the devil.
Why?
Yeah, because everyone plays like regular, so if you play inverted, like you're like one of the different ones. So then one guy decided to like justify like why he likes to play inverted, like how the controls work in his head.
Oh god.
So like in essence, in like normal regular controls, like if you want to turn to your right, the stick would go right. If you want the camera to go up, your stick would go up, i.e. forward. But for him it's inverted because he imagines the thumbstick not as like a direction for you to move the thing. It's not like a control.
Yeah.
It's as if he is. But this is in a first person shooter, like in a first person perspective, by the way. So his logic is that it's as if the stick is like the character's head. So it's like if you like, it's like if I move my head.
I can relate
head,
to that. Yeah, that's why I told you about the head thing. My head goes up or down.
I think you said that. That's what I mean. So it's like, like if you push the thumbstick forward, it's as if you're like pushing the head down. Yeah. Then if you push it backward, you're like pushing the head up.
Exactly.
And it's the same with like you go like this side, the it faces different ways.
But
this must be really fun to look at in video form.
No, but for me, right and left is the same, because for me, in the head wise, how it works is that if I not like really as the character, if I'm looking right, I'm looking right. I'm looking left, I'm looking left. Yeah. The stick follows. But the up and down, exactly, I can completely agree with what that guy said, because it's like that.
It's like he's basically imagining like he's physically maneuvering the character's head.
Because that's how you are looking when you're playing in that.
Yeah, because like in first person, you are like the player. Yeah. You are the person in the game. So
I would think how it's going to work for me, and that's why I really couldn't get it. So.
Which is why I'm afraid to like how does, because that works like on a thumbstick. A thumbstick's like in a controller, it's a lot easier because all the buttons are there. You can only do what the controller allows you to do on the buttons. Mm-hmm. But with a keyboard and mouse, you got a whole bunch of keys plus the mouse, so it's like I'm worried there.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't even do WASD peacefully. I prefer, actually, even though I struggle, I prefer definitely controller over keyboard.
Yeah, honestly, same. But like FPSs, like especially if I'm playing online, Destiny 2 is online. That's when I go like keyboard mouse. But I'm now playing Red Dead Redemption, which is a game where you play as a sick cowboy back in the days.
Back in the days,
2007. Like
oh god, you sound like the goddamn TikTok. Like TikTok, like the older generation, like people born in the late 90s.
There's this one audio I just saw like a couple of hours ago. It was like, it's like just a newsflash for all the older guys on TikTok, which in case you didn't know, basically if you were born in the late 1990s, it's like
you feel targeted, right?
Like 1990s wasn't enough. You had to go late 1990s.
Yeah,
I was born in the early 1990s.
We are not born in the early. We are like more in the mid. Yeah,
like mid 1990s. Like, how old do you think I am?
Yeah.
58?
72.
Oh no.
Yeah. So what is it about this cowboy game?
No, it's just because I only just got Red Dead Redemption recently, and that game is very like realistic. There's a bunch of things like to do, and with a keyboard there's like a bunch of keys, and sometimes I have no idea which key does what, because there's things that I didn't know you had to do. Like I can't think off the top of my head, but because there's a bunch of keys, I'm not gonna go like clicking one by one each key does what. So controller is what I see, what I get. So I just play with controller. It's a lot easier.
Okay.
But it's for me, it's easier to control, but because online I gotta be like fast and like shooting needs to be pinpoint. Mouse is just better.
And I
But
realized,
that's all another thing.
but that now when you speak about gaming, this is gonna be a gaming episode. Now when you're talking about, I swear to God, guys, you guys don't understand unless we have really an ironclad topic we want to talk about. Case in point, like when we did the Wes Anderson one or the Dharma one, we knew exactly what we want to talk about. Just before the episode starts, we were like, we're talking about this, right? Alright. And now, how long are we into this? And we're like,
you just explain the meta of the part of like this podcast.
That depends if who watches.
Depends on the title, whatever it is. Because we don't think of a title. I have a rough idea, but I just let it go.
No, yeah, it's like a fart, but
Fart.
no, but no.
Oh.
Not yet. I've a plan for that, but not yet. I can't reveal it here.
You fart into the camera?
No, no. That's probably you. I can't fart on cue.
I can.
Fart. Don't. I shut the windows and all that.
Myself.
You shouted. No, but the thing is that because you like what you say, PC, video, like actual CD games and like Nintendo Switch or whatever. I think one of the least favorite versions for me to actually game, unless you're talking about things like Among Us, Temple Run, or now what's that thing called, the duck that Flappy Duck, the whatever shit. Unless you're talking about like those types, I really don't like mobile gaming. I've come to realize
I mean, a lot of people like divide mobile gaming.
I cannot. I try. No, because like when you wanted, I ever mentioned it before. Like, oh, PUBG seems fun, but because it's like the mobile thing, and I tried it, I realized I really hated it. It's like maybe if that concept, if I were to play, even though I would struggle in front of a PC, I'd be more fine. But I didn't like it.
One thing I want to do with you more, but it's difficult because we're both busy all the time, and because we don't live. Yeah, we're fully working adults. Is the way Girlfriend Reviews does it, which is another channel on YouTube, which is awesome.
Oh,
it started out. You can actually see like this progression through the channel where at first she's just like, we call it backseat gaming.
Yeah,
where,
backseat
like,
gaming.
Well, the boyfriend,
game,
the boyfriend in the show, like he's on playing and she's just like watching and commenting. But like she reviews the game not as the player but as the girlfriend.
Yeah,
it's like, how is it like for me who does not play, which I thought was awesome, and clearly the internet because she's like, Girlfriend Reviews is doing successful. She's great.
And now the thing, I think like the latest episode, who's the mommy, the dead lady, really big,
Lady Dimitrescu?
That one.
The 7 foot tall vampire lady.
Yeah. That one. When I'm not a fan of watching, like I use YouTube to watch like reviews and a lot of things and even talk shows or whatever not, but I'm not the gaming review kind. And like the only one I can bear a little bit if it's game related is like Game Grumps, but even for Game Grumps I really like their 10-minute power hour more than the actual
best thing to come out of Game Grumps in a long time.
I really like that, but gaming wise I don't. But for her case, like the Girlfriend Review, she makes it entertaining and it's a bit relatable because you're not really a gamer, so it's like, girl, I get you. But at the same time, like I think for me I didn't know she existed before, but clearly when what's her name again, lady
Dimitrescu.
Okay, that when like that game, what's that game,
Resident Evil Village.
Okay, when that came out, she did a little review thing, but she started sounding like she also gamed already. There's a difference in a little like older videos maybe. I never watched that many, but
because
I
she
enjoy
started
her.
out, I believe her first episode was like about Doom Eternal, and she really like she was just watching it.
Yeah, that one I have to say, even as someone who doesn't play the game, like if you were to play, I would definitely enjoy the audio, like whatever sounds that come out. The gore,
that's what, but
like the audio.
it's nice because I mean it's a show, so I don't know how much of it is like really like did she really not know anything about games before she started the show?
Yeah.
But it does seem like through the show as like more and more episodes come out, like she herself started saying in the videos that like she started gaming like on her own, so that she has like two separate opinions on the game. Like one was like
the
as
genuine first time opinion,
one
but
is,
like
one opinion is as a backseat gamer just watching someone play, which is kind of cute, I think. And then now she has like a more nuanced opinion as the actual player of the game, which is fun. And I think it's nice because it's something that I always want to do with you, where you just watch me play, or like, and then slowly, hopefully, the interest comes in. Like you find games that you like pique your interest, and then you start playing
so
them.
far there's only one, like a big one that I really enjoy, but it's not a gamer game. It's Fall Guys. I really do like Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is pretty
it took so long for me to even get a hang of the controls for that game, to a point I was this close to winning a crown without you even being online. But the thing is of course I do want to have the opportunity to game on, but he's right. It's the fact that no, but
be a gamer.
It is the fact that we don't live near each other and we are like busy most of the times. Sometimes I wonder how we even find time to record an episode, but like
God, yes.
But it is like, yeah, because we don't live together, we don't even live near each other to begin with, and our schedules doesn't quite coincide.
Yeah, it sucks, but like it is one thing. I always it's a thing that I always wanted to do, because with PC gaming, especially now with like OBS and hell, even like Xbox Game Bar, with like my PC is pretty good, I would say. So like recording,
mine's not bad too.
Clearly, but what are you using it for? Excel, Google Docs,
Drive.
Nice.
Do you just fart? I told you the windows are shut. Do we turn on the aircon? Must you?
The queue.
I didn't. Nobody gave you a cue to fart.
I was gonna like peek it out, but then you like exposed it, so I had to like let it go.
And yeah, you let it win. The second one, I hope it got like captured and stuff.
Just to bring it back to Halloween.
Oh.
Do you think people are still going as Elsa?
Do you know about the new speaking of Elsa, do you know the new conspiracy theory going around about Disney's Frozen?
There's a new conspiracy about Frozen, the movie that came out like 5 years ago.
So apparently they said Frozen, but anyway, I did my digging, I dug deep, and I actually read about it. It is rumors, but the fact that it went so deep into like a lot of people are saying that it's actually proven this that. So what happened is Walt Disney died, I think, in 1967.
Sounds about right.
Around there, if I'm not wrong. So what he's trying to say is what the whole thing was about was, apparently there was a news and picture of the picture that got like leaked out was the fact that Walt Disney was what do you call it, put him in ice,
cryogenically frozen.
They said that the news thing,
the rumor that Walt, like before he died, they actually like froze him so they could thaw him out in the future.
Correct. So when that rumor came out and it resurfaced many years later, in order for them to, when people type Disney's Frozen or Walt Frozen or anything,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, they actually
I know that.
No,
that
but this one, it like came back up on like my TikTok feed.
Why is that
recently?
coming back?
It's recent, and because like people, I think some people are just finding out about it. So then
that sounds
like the likes are like millions. So that I actually went to, I didn't know about this, so I went to dig it up and actually went to read, because some of the articles, like real articles, are saying that they even interviewed like Walt Disney's great grandniece or something, and people like that, and they're like, no, we was actually cremated a couple of days later and shit like that. So it's just like
a bunch of fucking weirdos. We buried him.
But it just sometimes is that sometimes conspiracy theories are so fun. So it's like when you dig it, then it's
Disney,
actually like
Disney has a bunch of conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
well, before we call them conspiracy theories, they were just urban legends.
Yeah, but do you know where they said that by right that the body was preserved. They say it was preserved right
in
under
the Cinderella's castle at Walt Disney World.
No. Right under Pirates of the Caribbeans.
What the fuck?
And then they tried to link it to dead man's and just dead man. But they say it was the rumor was that it was
sometimes that's the thing I love the most about when conspiracy theories were just urban legends. Like now conspiracy theories are like back then like flat earth and stuff, right? Like it was very like
flat earth. Yep.
Yeah, like they didn't pose a threat. Now it's like conspiracy theories are like everyone's like, oh, Obama, like when people say like Obama's a lizard, like it was a funny thing. Now it's like we got people who genuinely believe that shit now, because now it's like,
I would be
y'all
surprised if people believe the Queen is actually alive.
Oh my god, don't even. There's some people who, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a rumor that's like, yeah, like Elizabeth, it's like my friend, that Queen
Lizzie.
Lizzie didn't actually die. It was just a big ploy by like the British royalty so that they could like ship her off the
safe
somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's just ridiculous.
One of my personal favorites was back when I was learning what the Svalbard Global Seed Vault was, in the Arctic. The
plants.
Yeah, the thing where it's literally just a gigantic fridge for seeds.
Correct.
That's all it is.
Yep.
And then people are like, because I think it started getting famous around 2012 when the Mayan calendar thing was happening. So
supposed to
they actually
end,
built that for like the rich people to like hide.
And the movie didn't help justify it further because it's like people like, they're gonna.
I'm not gonna lie, like 2012 is a dumb movie, but it's like a very fun dumb movie.
And honestly, the problem with that, not problem, the part that I like about the movie and a lot of those types of movie is the fact that it's very real. Meaning that in the event, if it were to really happen, what the hell do you think is going to happen to you if you're poor?
You're fucked.
All of us are going to be left. We will be recording another episode.
Honestly, I think the most impressive thing about 2012 was that the whole Mayan calendar thing only started gaining traction the year before.
Yeah.
So, to my knowledge, the production of it wasn't. I mean, it was a very big movie. It was like a blockbuster kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know when it started like production, but it definitely like if they started production because of like the rumors,
the hype. It's very smart of them.
It is insane that they made the whole movie within a year. But even if they didn't, but most movies take like a couple of years, like they were planning it in advance, that kind of thing.
Then they really saw it coming.
I legitimately cannot believe that they actually squeezed out a release date that year.
Yeah.
Because
and it was set to release on the date where the Mayan calendar actually ends.
Was it earlier?
No, I don't think. Or maybe I just watched it
on
that day. A lot of us were like, they said it was going to end. Like, she's like,
And I think that's like my favorite thing about. I don't know if we talked about during the episode we did at Victoria, where is the whole like you people can be scientific and try to prove things here and there and everywhere, but the truth of of reality is that you can never know anything 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure there's like everyone was like, there were like the AG kids. They were like, I don't believe 2012. Why would I? That kind of thing.
Then
But the problem is because that conspiracy theory had like a date.
And that one was actually a fact, because if you look at the actual dug up and dig information about the actual Mayan calendar, there's no 2013.
Yeah.
It stops at 2012. So but using that and trying to monetize it and having people to just be
so it's like
cool.
Because I remember I was out of the house. I was like with friends that night.
Okay.
That night the war was supposed to end.
2012
and then
we were 16.
Yeah, we were young. And like obviously we were the kind of kids like, this shit's not gonna it's not gonna be real. Nothing's gonna happen when it turns to the next day. But the problem was, I'm very sure at some point at like 11:50 when like the clock was gonna strike midnight, everyone at one point for a couple of seconds were like, but what if? What if we're all gonna die and we are like not with our families? We didn't do anything. We're just like hanging out at like some random place like with soda and like snacks. We're like, we make fun of this thing, but like what if? And then we die, we like, God is real, and like we're like being shitty people, man. What do we do?
See you in hell.
this will go into hell. It's like
Lazy.
I love that shit. There was this other joke I remember from Funhouse. I love that, like, but what if kind of thing, because I get that all the time with like ghosts. Because like when I go like into like a scary looking place, it's like, I don't care. But like when I'm already inside it and I hear like a noise in the back, I'm like, what if what if this is how I realize it's real?
You never even
I love it.
like had that even when we went to Bali and stuff.
Oh.
And Bali is known to be a very spiritual place. Like I kid you not, like 90% of people who go to Bali had said that they had some kind of encounter.
To be fair, when you told me spiritual, no, fuck no. No, I'm not gonna go like, on. I actually had a ghost.
No, I'm just asking whether
because
you had.
like when you told me that spiritual, like in the spirits would like disturb you kind of thing, I don't hear that about Bali. Because when I hear about spiritualness and Bali, I think of like Zen.
No. Okay, when I say spiritual, I don't mean spirits will disturb you. I just mean when they say a place is very, very spiritual and holy, means like people believe that there's a lot of spirits there, which means, to put it very simply, of course you can think of it Zen that way, calm and everything. But there's also that belief that do not do anything to anger the spirits.
Yeah. No, I mean I totally get that, because like we were raised like that way.
And like for example in Singapore, the closest thing you can think of is like during Hungry Ghost Month.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah. But for me it's like very, because like Bali, like if it's spirits there, it would be like Indonesian spirits, right? And it's like
it's an American spirit just there, Australians.
Yeah, there's like racist people walking around. But for me, it's like I've been to Bali like before. When we went, I went there like once.
Yeah.
And I had a great time. The people there are really friendly. So I thought like if there were spirits around, it would be like of them. And like they're friendly. Why would they, like when they die, they're like, "Man, fuck you." Like why would they?
But don't forget, some people also
like
believe
fun.
in that
Not fun,
weird
they're very
legends of Bali. Like if you go as a group or like as friends or as an unmarried couple, you're going to come back all. I think you have heard of that thing before.
You told me about that also.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know any of these.
I didn't know of that thing before we went on that trip with the other two of our friends and stuff. I didn't know any of that myth or legends people believe in until I was told that, you're going to go here. Then like there are people who, like even my own cousins and stuff will tell me things like, actually when I went there that time with my friends, we didn't know why we had these arguments and this that and
it's like, because every time that shit like that is, I don't want to play like I'm the smart kid who knows exactly, but like most of the time it just like, because I've been on like trips with like my extended family and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like it always just seems like when these arguments, it's just because a lot of the times, especially with like groups of friends or like extended family, a lot of times I see like these arguments like, because you spend time together like a lot of hours, a dozen hours like a day. Sure. But for a trip, you're like together for a couple of days, like long periods of time together. So you're not used to that thing, and suddenly you're thrust into this environment.
And it's not just that. Sometimes the thing is that there are people that they just function differently in terms of like they can have opinions. There are people like like I really want to plan what I want to do, and then there are people like let's just go and see what happens. And then at that moment, for example, like I want to go to this place because it's in what I've already thought about. Why are we going there? This actually looks cool. And then it could be a fiction. It doesn't mean there's a spirit there.
But that's the thing. The way I see is that it just seems like there is friction, which is 100% normal. I think
it does happen.
Like people have different opinions. People have different like wants, which is right, because people go to, especially overseas for like holidays. Like you go for whatever reason you want to go, and if you go as a group, not definitely everyone has different little objectives. Like
exactly.
Collectively, you want to go and have a great time, but everyone has like different good times.
And the bigger the group, sometimes problems because it's like it's just too many opinions.
But it just seems to me like a lot of people, instead of trying to fix these relationships and realize that these trips are temporary and does not mean it's does not mean it is a permanent thing. It doesn't dictate like your relationship that is after the trip, because it is something that can clearly be fixed. But they would rather blame it on the ghost that doesn't exist instead of fixing relationships that they could possibly have.
Or they would just blame it on that they would legit blame it on that trip that caused their friendship or relationship to be ruined. Like
By a
it was
ghost.
because
The ghost of a monkey.
They didn't even say about a ghost, but it's basically that. And I'm just like,
It's a spirit.
if you want to fix it, you will fix it. Like it's just that's
Honestly,
just
sometimes you don't even have to fix it. It's just like
you can just let it go if you want
like
to.
just bury the hatchet. Like stress happens and people react sometimes explosively to stress.
Correct, yeah.
So just let them de-stress and then they'll be fine. You don't have to like
Yeah.
acknowledge it. Fuck it.
But anyway, for me personally, this is just my experience from young till now. I definitely, not because of fights or anything. I've not like fought with anybody in terms of like if I fight then I come back and I'm still fighting with you. No, it's never happened like that. But I still do prefer a smaller intimate travel group. I'm not a fan of, you see, it's normal when some family, exactly the what you said, when family trips becomes 20, 30, 40 packs kind of a thing.
Oh my god, that's
I'm
horrible.
just saying sometimes
hate that.
it goes there. Yeah, but that's how
It's
I
like a
feel.
class field trip.
And I'm just like,
Except you know everybody.
I don't.
Yeah, barely.
And maybe like say if you're talking about extended family, you will want to like maybe stick with the people around your age or people with similar interests, and then you go and break into little groups. But sometimes when it comes to families and extended family trip, everything has to be done together all the time. And then that's when I'm just like, oh my god, I'm throwing my money away because I'm not doing shit that I want to do. So I love like trips. I definitely love trips, but I'm a person that has a preference, no spirits involved, just that I like it small and
I
intimate.
hang out with the spirit.
Sorry?
I hang out with the spirit. Like they're in the afterlife. If they could tell me what it's like, it'd be nice.
Do you believe in the afterlife? What if no?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no because I don't know.
Or are you going to be reincarnated as a worm?
Oh, then
Like Heidi
then
Klum.
that's when you're gonna like dig me out of the ground. Like you're just gonna in the ground. Spring out. It's like, oh wait, no, you have to be reincarnated to worm. Then I dig you out. And it's like, do you still love me?
I'm gonna bite you.
As
I
a
can be
worm?
like the worm from SpongeBob. Oh, bro.
The Alaskan bullworm. So everyone dressed as the Alaskan bullworm for Halloween.
You never know. Might be people there. I mean,
Should be.
you saw Heidi Klum as a worm.
True. It was great. Alright, we should wrap it up. But before we do, final thing. You have to go for a Halloween party and you have to dress up like in 5 minutes. What would you be? You go as fingernails.
That only takes 5 minutes to put one nail.
Oh no.
What would I do? I want to go as a meme. I'm just trying to think of what meme I want to go.
Oh. I was gonna go as I was just gonna say Power Rangers Turbo. I had that like loaded up.
Oh, you already had it prepared. No,
But no one remembers Power Rangers Turbo.
I don't know. I want to do. Okay. 5 minutes. I have the perfect meme to do. I want to be that girl
Go
with.
piss girl.
No. That's a lot of effort to do the outfit. No time. You give me 5 minutes. The one with the shades. Her hair goes like that.
Oh. Wasn't it like a
She just turns around and
Yeah.
does that shit. Yeah, I'll probably go as her.
oh, what song was it? It was like a old it was like a very classic old song.
Yeah. We're gonna just end the episode just like this because I don't
We're
know
gonna
the
get copyright
lyrics.
strike.
No, I don't even know the lyric.
It's Take On Me. It's Take On Me. I'm very happy I got that by the time. Thank you for watching the Point Podcast, where we discuss classic songs from the 80s. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching and or listening. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up or 5 stars. We really do appreciate it. Let's help out the channel. I've been your co-host Faris. I don't know what the hell my co-host is doing.
I keep doing thumbs up, 5 star, thumbs up, 5 star, till I just become gangster in front of the camera.
Let's jack it off. Because I'm seeing a corner of my eye, and like the light is very bright, so I can't properly see.
You thought instead of doing this,
You were
and
doing this.
I was doing. No,
You have
but-
creative
oh yeah,
freedom.
co-host Ice Bear.
Nice.
Even though I'm wearing grizzly.
Happy end of Halloween.
I need to get a hair in the shot.
Alright.